Doug, congratulations. Your kids just played tooth and nail all night long tonight. You had a few things go against you, missed some layups in the first half, had trouble at the foul line, but this young team just wouldn't quit all the way and hung in it, down 6 at 66-60. Clyde a couple of free throw opportunities that they were unable to cash in on, and your kids made most of it. Brian Ashman with a huge 3 and a big 2-point goal down the lane when Clyde apparently not aware of it, and kids are kids. They had a foul to give.
That's right, and I looked up and I saw that, and I said, they may be fouling us, but I didn't, I'm glad it didn't work out that way. But you look back in the ball game, it's one of those games, Larry, where we had some spurts where we did some nice things, we got them going, and then our press let down a little bit, and they started getting some easy transition stuff off of that, and we got out of our press, went to some zone, we got foul trouble the first half, and went to some zone, and that did okay for a while, but then they started shooting the ball better, so we had to go back man, and we just told them, hey, if we're going to win this ball game, it's going to be because we're playing with good heart man-to-man defense, and we got a ways to go in it yet, but it was a really big, situation for us to be down, like you said, and then make the plays to win the game. For young kids experiencing this for the first time, it's a great thing. The biggest worry I had, we had to foul, but we had to rebound the foul shots too. We haven't been really productive on that, and Kyle got a couple big rebounds in there, and we brought down the court and made the plays, and it was just nice to see.
We talked about the fact Ryan Wrapup, returning starter, had to step his game up a little bit offensively. He really stepped it up tonight. He had 6 3-pointers, a career high 24 points in all.
Well, that's right, and Ryan's very capable of doing that. He gets himself squared away at the 3, and we can get the ball to him when he's ready. He has a very good chance of that sucker going in, and it's just not Ryan Wrapup having to do that. He isn't the kind of a guy that's going to be able to create for himself. Somebody has to create and dish it to him, and we're getting better than that. I think our big kids did a pretty nice job of kicking it back out, and we moved the ball in the perimeter for maybe that extra pass to contribute to that 3.
I looked out there, Doug, and made mention a couple of times during the broadcast. There were an awful lot of times when you had at least 3 sophomores out on the floor together.
Well, I don't even notice that, to be real honest with you. That wasn't a concern, but I guess you're right. But, you just gotta learn under fire, and, we got some kids in there, our big kids inside, they gotta learn how to play, and they gotta play hard and learn what that's all about. I think they're starting to get a grasp of it already in this early season, but there's a lot of basketball ahead, and hopefully we can, keep those guys progressing in the right way.
Well, a couple of them. For instance, Kyle Broadbeck and Sean Roth, they're going to get better and better. They're going to improve. They're only sophomores. But you can just see tonight, they didn't have big shining statistics or anything, but you can just see they felt a little bit more comfortable out there.
Oh, I think so. And, there's really no reason not to. We practice each and every day, and you do the things in practice, you play hard, and, you get the game experience, and that does add to it. And I would hope next week we'll see some more positive steps.
I would imagine Brian Ashman changing your plans as to at which level he's going to be playing his basketball at Archbold this year.
Probably so. It's a nice problem to have. He stepped in, and I can't say enough the job he's done in a very short period of time. And I think we're going to get Keith back next week now, and I'm pretty sure he'll be with us Monday in practice, and he's itching to get going again. I know he's really itching, and of course he's going to play for us, and that is going to change some things for us. We're going to have to sit down as a coaching staff and decide exactly how we want to do this. It's important to have young players and do well, but this is important for young players to get a lot of playing time too, so we got to watch for that.
Oh, yep, you're right, but imagine, as you say, Keith Roth itching to get back in there. I imagine Coach Krause is itching to get him back in there too, because he's going to make the rest of them better too.
Oh, no doubt, and he's just that type of player who's a total team player, and he'll make everybody else better, and that's all we ask of all our kids, to play hard, and Keith, plays hard, and he'll help set the tone for our defense, and get us back into our offense. Although Brian's done a nice job, and it's awful nice to see a young kid step up and do a nice job.
As you say, though, you want to get young kids a lot of minutes. I always wonder about that when a kid's brought up to the varsity level or something, which is terrific. But I'm sure all the area coaches want to make sure that kid's going to get his 80 quarters in, as you coaches like to say, during the course of the year.
Well, that's right, and to be honest with you, we really haven't had to worry about 80 quarters in the past, with us only playing 18 games. Yeah, we always had a couple of quarters, that we could mess around with, but, we don't have that luxury this year, which is, I'm glad we don't, but now we're going to have to do some finagling with some personnel, and I'm sure things will work out in the long run.
Well, as you look at it now, Doug, with the injuries you had to Keith Roth and to Larry Severance, I'm sure right now you'd like to be 2-0, but 1-1 isn't all bad because down 66-60 with about a minute and a half to go, it looked like it might be 0-2.
Well, that's right, and we'll get Larry back too, as you said, coming up. He's starting to run, looking a little bit better, running the floor and so forth. I know he's about ready to start practicing pretty soon too, and probably hope to have him back for maybe the Christmas games over the vacation, and that will help us inside, and won't maybe have to rely on two sophomores continually in there. And of course they did a nice job, but we also have some other kids that we got to keep time, and we'll just see what happens. I don't know how it's going to play out right now. It's a nice problem to have. They're good kids, and I'm sure they're going to work hard to keep earning their spot, and that's a luxury too. Our practices are awfully competitive, because of people pushing each other, and that's a nice thing too.
Foul line, very good improvement second half. After a 2 out of 7 first half, 7 out of 7 in the second half in a 1-point ball game. Those are big. 3 big missed layups in the first half. I thought they were going to come back to haunt you, but didn't.
Yeah, that's right. And I guess I got to take credit for that, Larry. I started coaching the shooters, the foul shooters, the second half. The first half was Coach Kennedy and Coach Frank.
They couldn't shoot them when they were in school.
No, not too much. And I just told them I'd just take over on that. And it's just concentration, Larry. It's just having confidence in yourself that you can do the job. And we got good shooters, and hopefully we'll make a lot of those down the line.
Another thing, too, Doug, after kind of a shaky start, taking care of the basketball, last 3 quarters, 11 turnovers over the last 3.
Yeah, that's right. It's one of those things. We're going to turn it over a few times. I guess some of the turnovers we had I just thought were unexcusable as far as the type of turnover they were. It's one thing to play against Continental and have forced turnovers because, they're in your face pretty good defensively, but there's another thing about having turnovers because you're throwing the wrong guy in the wrong place on the floor, and, he's not ready for it. And we had 2 or 3 of those tonight. And, again, that just comes with game experience, and will come.
Okay, Doug, well-rounded team effort tonight, and congratulations to you, the coaching staff, and the kids on a hard-fought but well-earned victory here this evening.
All right, thanks a lot, Larry.
Doug Cross, the head coach of the Blue Streaks, have moved to 1-1. The Wildcats of Kalida fall to 1-2.